Back in February, we got this amazing flash forward sequence to Christmas Day. Somebody's dead on the Queen Vic floor, and there's 6 women surrounding them. Let's take a deep dive into the trailers. Let's look at suspects. Let's look at potential victims. Let's look at theories. Let's do it. So the first trailer we're going to look at is In a Flash, Everything Changes. Now let's start with the jukebox when the song starts playing, okay? Look here, these letters spell out the word death, D-E-A-T-H, but also it looks like there is a number 8 which is pressed in. Numbers come up again. Does that mean there's 8 people there? Is there an 8th man? Because obviously we know there's 7 of them. So in the trailer, Sharon is pictured throwing her bouquet of flowers behind her head, which normally what you do is after you get married. So it possibly looks like they do actually get married. But I cannot see in any of the trailers if Sharon is wearing a wedding ring. Does something happen from the reception to this moment that she'll happen to take it off? Then we go upstairs to Linda, who's in the Queen Vic living room, and she is cleaning something off the floor. Could this potentially be blood? Now, whilst all the shenanigans is happening downstairs in the Queen Vic, is upstairs, Linda's taking care of somebody else, potentially being a second victim. Then we zoom out of the Queen Vic and we see Suki stood outside the Queen Vic doors, and she's holding a picture of her family, and then she drops it and it smashed. Here we go, here's the smashed image. This is kind of like her world to Suki and her 3 kids. Is Suki's world going to come crashing down, like the picture frame? Is her family smashed into pieces? Yes, it is. He's in jail, she's in Canada, and he's just there. Then Suki runs away. What is she running from? Did she potentially kill somebody in the Queen Vic floor, and that is why she's running? Is she running to go find Eve? Is she off to run to go get the first steal at Stacey's Baps van? Or is she running away from someone? She's potentially not killed anybody and she's just running away. Is she finally fleeing Walford? Okay, then we go to Denise. She's drinking in the Vic. You know, I like how she's drinking green and she's wearing green. Then it smashes. Could this be corresponding to when she's holding a smashed bottle in the other trailer? Okay, this is where the next number shows up, okay? Stacey's in the mirror, and I potentially think she stood in the Queen Vic's living room. You're telling me this is not a number 5? Because when the mirror smashes, we can see another S, which looks completely different to this. See, there's an S right here, and that is completely different to the last S. What do the numbers 8 and 5 mean? Is it 58? Is it 85? Is there going to be 8 potential victims and then they're going to become 5? Are we going to have a triple murder? Now, this is where I think Stacey's upstairs. I think she's looking in the mirror in the living room in the Queen Vic, or it's somewhere. It could be the bedroom. I don't know. Or it could be at her house. I don't actually know. But there's a door frame here and it looks like the Queen Vic. Is she looking at Linda, who's on the floor, cleaning something up? Did her and Linda do something upstairs? Linda's cleaning it up possibly, and then Stacey comes back downstairs and then helps with the murder. Is the blood on her hand in the other trailer from the dude upstairs? Then we have Kathy. She's chopping up roses, whatever flowers these are. And this is written on the chalkboard. It says, "For whom the bell tolls." And if you don't know what this means, it's the imaginary question of a man who has a funeral bell and asks about the person who has died. And this bell goes off quite a few times during the trailer, so I think this is what the bell represents, is for whom the bell tolls. Obviously, somebody's dead. We already know that. Death affects all of us, which means possibly that this death is going to affect all the women, or possibly everybody in Walford. Well, it will do. And that everybody reacts differently to somebody dying. Let's talk about the clip where it's, "He's dead." So it starts with this, Christmas 2023. The food is untouched, okay? Nobody's eating the food. The cake's not been cut. Something obviously happened with Sharon and Keanu's wedding, which means it doesn't go ahead after they potentially get married. In fact, they don't need to come back to the Vic for the after-do to eat the food, cut the cake, because it's all gone tits up. Then we have Linda walking back in to the Queen Vic room, because obviously she's been upstairs doing something else. She's done her own little crime upstairs, I think. And as well, Linda has a split lip. So did this happen from when she was upstairs dealing with someone else? Then Suki's looking over at the body like, She sits down, and then Kathy looks over to her like, either like, "What have you just done?" Or, "Why aren't you reacting in a different way because you know the murder victim on the floor?" Meaning it could be Nish or Ravi on the floor. Like, Suki's face could be a sigh of relief that Nish is gone. Like, that everything she's just been through is going to be over because he's dead. And that's why she's reacting like this, because she doesn't have to, like, be scared of Nish anymore because it's over and he's died. But as well as, Kathy's dress is ripped. Why is it ripped? What happened? Did the man happen to grab Kathy's dress as he fell to the ground? Then Stacey's got blood on her hands, and I either think this is from the murder victim upstairs or it's from this person here. Obviously, you know the phrase, "you've got blood on your hands," which normally means, like, you've killed somebody. Is this going to be the second time Stacey's killed somebody in the Queen Vic? Because obviously she killed Archie in the Queen Vic. Did she do it again? Did she run over to the body, try to help them stop the bleeding? That's why she's got the blood on her hands. Then we have Denise holding a bottle, okay? I potentially think there is blood on this. So did Denise stab somebody? That's why it's got blood on the bottle. Or did she take the bottle off somebody else? She is breathing so heavily as well. She's like, it's like an adrenaline thing. I think that's what it is. And that has she just gone, bam, killed somebody, and now it's over for her. She's like, like, what have I just done? And if we look as well, she's got tears in her eyes. Like, oh my God, she can't believe what she's just done. Is it Jack on the floor? That's why she's got tears in her eyes. She can't believe she regrets what she's just done to Jack. Because deep down, she probably does actually love him. Then Sharon also has blood on her dress. Did Denise stop Sharon? Maybe. No, she probably didn't. Was there a splatter? Maybe. That's why Sharon's got blood on the dress. Or was Sharon upstairs with Linda helping somebody out? Did Stacey happen to touch Sharon's wedding dress because Stacey got blood on her hands? Did she touch the wedding dress? Is that how that happens? Now let's take a look at potential victims. Let's take a look at victims. How many? I reckon there is going to be at least 2 bodies. Who, what, where, and why? Let's have a look. Starting off with first man over here, it's Keanu. It's not going to be him because him and Phil have been pictured filming a funeral for Aunt Sal. So him and Phil are ruled out. But let's take a look actually. Why are they in yellow smoke? So yellow is actually the colour between green and orange. Who's in green? Denise. But also, could this mean that it's somebody else who's done it? Because none of the other ladies are wearing yellow. Which brings me into the next theory. So there is a night present when all this is happening. This means something. Possibly could mean that in February we was not introduced to George, Anna or Gina. So that could mean their representation of coming into the show. Or does it mean that a knight is present during this all kicking off? Stacey stood in front of the knight, so does Stacey's knight in shining armour save her? Potentially being Eve? Or you could look at it as a fact that it could be Jack who's dead on the floor, representing Stacey's knight in shining armour. Because he has helped a lot, obviously, with the baby, with finding Eve. He had an affair with Stacey. So potentially that could mean that. That's potentially what the yellow smoke could be. But also some people have been saying that it could be Anna who does the murder because she obviously wears yellow quite a lot. She's quite bubbly. Yellow is quite a fun and joyful colour. Anna is kind of that person. Phil, again, he's ruled out. This man here, the women who would want to hurt him is Denise, Suki and Stacey. He had the affair with Denise. Suki and Stacey, he helped with the whole Eve situation. He is a very strong contender to be on the Queen Vic floor, and I wouldn't be mad. Jack, Stacey and Denise. Had an affair with Stacey. He's with Denise at the moment. This man, oh, I pray to God it's him upstairs on Linda's floor. Linda, Denise and Kathy would all want him dead. He's business partners with Ian. He R-word Linda. Denise hates him. All of these women have been through something which he has done. Going on to Nish, praying the Lord, it's Nish, praying. He tried to buy into the Queen Vic, which relates with Linda. Sharon and Linda are besties. If Linda hates them, then Sharon hates them. He tried to kill Eve, which relates to Stacey. He's married to Suki, tried to kill Eve as well, relates to Suki. Told Rocky that he needs Kathy to sell the calf, which relates to Kathy, which resulted in Rocky burning down the calf because he gave him a loan and he couldn't pay it back, so he was like on his back. Then he also relates to Denise because obviously Denise had an affair with Ravi and Ravi's his kid. He didn't believe Denise when she came shouting her mouth around about how Ravi killed somebody. And our last victim potentially could be Rocky. Married to Kathy, set fire to the calf. Didn't really see a link with all the other women, so I don't think it's going to be Rocky. Now, who do I think's done it? I think she does something upstairs. She has a fight with somebody, that's why she has a split lip. After she's done that, there's blood involved. She cleans it up, comes downstairs to the Vic, where none of the other women have actually killed somebody. I think there is a 7th woman. At the end of the He's Dead trailer, when Sharon's checking on the body and goes, he's dead, she looks over somewhere else. Who is over there? What is she looking at? Is there somebody potentially sat next to the Queen Vic doors, or is someone stood in front of the doors that we can't see? And we only see half of the Vic. So what's going on the other side as this is all kicking off? Like, she's definitely looking at someone, and she's not looking at Suki because she's over here, and all the other women are surrounding her, so who's she looking at? She's not killed anybody, and it's no one related to her, because she would be hysterical. She'd be like, oh no! It's not her. I think she's just there. She's not killed anybody either. Yeah, she's got blood on her hands. I think that's because she tried to, cover the person. So does she know them? Is she trying to help them? She also possibly could have killed someone. Like, she's just stepped away from it. She's sat down. She's like, oh my God, what have I just done? She's in a relief. She's done it. Like, she's finally got rid of Nish. Denise, give her enough anger, she'll do anything. She could potentially be somebody who's done it. And I think she's either killed Ravi, Nish, or Jack. Kathy, I don't think Kathy's done it. Yes, her dress is ripped. I don't know why, how this could happen. Does it happen when the bottle gets smashed? She's definitely got it in her to do it, but I just don't know why. But it would be Rocky, wouldn't it? And I think she would be a bit more hysterical as well if she'd just killed someone. But that is a look into the trailers, the who's done it, who, what, where and why, the Eastenders Christmas special. But we'll have to tune in on Christmas Day to find out if any of us are correct, what happens, who's done it. We'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see.